Yeah, today I'm going to talk about treatment of individuals, how we treat people, how we should treat people, how people respond about how they are treated, and how we also need to be treated in the community or by the individuals, whether by our parents, our sisters, brothers, our relatives, and even strangers. I think, and in the right way, everybody deserves a fair treatment. We need to learn how to treat people fairly. Treating fairly, it means balancing the way you treat people. You must balance. You shouldn't mistreat people, and also you shouldn't exceed and even ended up being taken granted or advantage of by people when you exceed because you want to treat people well. But in most cases, we must need to know and learn about equity, because equity brings fairness and fairness brings equality in the society. And of course, when people have equity, they are fair, it means they are happy, and that's how we are. Not being fair or an equal treatment of individuals, be treating yourself well from others already, it is called corruption. You're corrupting your own self, you're corrupting other people by the moment you decide to love yourself more than others, even more than anybody else. You're already practicing corruption in one way or the other. Sometimes even people corrupt themselves, yes, by not being fair to themselves, by stealing even what is theirs. How you treat people largely determines your relationship with God, because I believe people who are genuinely connected to God, they cannot really hurt or harm other individuals or have unfair treatment of individuals. Although it doesn't mean that whoever treats you very well is so close to God, and also doesn't mean that whoever hurts you does not belong to God. In most cases, the most fair people, they suffer more. You get? Because they don't suffer more because they are good, but it's because the world does not like such people who are genuinely good, who treat people the way they are supposed to be treated, who love people the way they are supposed to be loved. But don't worry, we all here to serve the Lord, because we shall once return to Him. If you focus on your rewards being on earth, therefore you will serve the world. But if you focus on your eternal life and your relationship with God, you will work for God. So you need to first take a degree and weigh and know who you want to serve. If you want to serve the world or you want to serve God, therefore you need to choose. If you want God blessings, and then you have to be fair if you really want God to be blessed by God. There are people who are very mean, but they are the most prosperous. There are people who are very bad actually, but they are very prosperous. But is it okay that you be prosperous here and then you don't have an afterlife? It's you to think about it. Now, when I go, sometimes I really wonder how people treat others. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but because I have a close relationship to God, even when I am off track, that alone brings me back. And when I look about how people have treated me, those who have treated me well, there are those who have treated me bad, I have learned lessons from both sides. So you cannot be here wanting to please the world when your God is not pleased. Everyone deserves a fair treatment, regardless of how they have treated you, of who they are. Some people are just God sent, even to treat us the way they have treated us, or the way they are treating us. Some people are sent to just mistreat you and so that they can help you to move to another level. They mistreat you, they torture you, they fight you left and right until you decide and move on. And then God takes you to where He wants to take you. Living a comfortable zone in a comfort zone does not mean that you're really comfortable. Being in a comfort zone when you're not comfortable, it doesn't make a sense. We must be in a place where we are happy. At the end of the day, what matters in this world is being happy. And when you're happy, it helps you to live with people harmoniously, because a happy person really have nothing to do bad to others because they are really happy. It's these angry hearts we create in ourselves, in our people, that make us not to be happy, and then we end up being bad people. But if you choose to know that we are all here to love each other the way we love ourselves, we are all here to serve and help our friends, we are all here to help other individuals, to love them the way we love ourselves, then we shall be great important. There are different people in life that we should never fight, regardless of how they have treated us. Number one, our parents. Our parents. When I talk about parents, I don't mean specifically biological parents. Anyone who has practically taken care of you as you grow up as a child is your parent. If you want blessings in this world, you must respect anyone who has been part of your journey from childhood to adulthood. That is your parent, regardless of how small they contributed. You must not fight them back, even when they fight you. Secondly, our bosses, where we work. We are not supposed to fight back our bosses because they are already our bosses and they're on top of us. And we need to respect them so that even when we leave their places, we have a good recommendation. What does it help you to leave a place? And when you go to the next job, they tell you we need a reference letter from your former boss, and the person cannot give you even a good recommendation because you didn't treat them well. And talk about treatment of people, and people you should never fight. The second class of people are your close relatives, your aunties, your uncles. Never fight them back. Even when they fight you from left to right, forgive them because they are your close relatives. You need them even when you don't need them financially or what, but they are your relatives, and you cannot erase the fact that they are your relatives. So whether they are bad, whether they are good, you must accept them and learn how to live with them and love them the way they are. The fourth is the person who is already better than you financially. He's rich, and then you're poor, and then you hate the person. Why? You're supposed to love them, to bow for them, so that maybe by any chance they could land you somewhere, or they can find you somewhere and they help you because they are bigger than you and you've been respecting them. Those people can help you to lift you from one place to another. The best treatment for these people, if they have wronged you, is forgive them and remain silent. Never return a bad word to them. Why? Because we need them all the time. We need our parents, we need our bosses, we need our close relatives. But it doesn't mean that they don't need us too. If these people treat you bad, forgive